Welcome to Watch Mojo. And today, we're counting down our picks for the hard rock bands who deserve way more credit and attention than they actually get.
The boys are back in town. Boys are back in town. Boys are back in town.
Number 10. April Wine. What was it that held April Wine back from contending with the rock and roll big dogs of the 1970s? Well, listening to their music, it's hard to tell. Their own fame in their home country of Canada was never in doubt, but perhaps not being based in the U.S. left them a step or two behind the likes of Aerosmith and Lynyrd Skynyrd. But these guys certainly have a back catalog that can rival some of the greats. It's riff-heavy, hook-filled, feel-good rock music at its finest. A quick listen to their signature song, I Like to Rock, will tell you everything you need to know.
Journey to the stars, rock and roll guitars.
Number 9. Mountain. Mountain seemed to have it all when they arrived on the scene with their debut album, Climbing. Many people point to the likes of Black Sabbath when they talk about the birth of heavy metal, and it's a fair point, but Mountain was also bringing a level of heaviness that sometimes goes unnoticed. Known as a hugely compelling live act, their 1969 performance at Woodstock is the stuff of legend. They also managed to write a classic song with Mississippi Queen on their debut album, which still sounds as fresh as ever.
Mississippi Queen.
Unfortunately, their prime run lasted a mere 3 years, and the band simply couldn't hold it together. Doesn't change a thing about the quality of the early stuff, though. Number 8. Triumph. Triumph is a band that really reveals themselves more and more to the listener the deeper they dive. At first, you might hear the chorus of a song like Lay It on the Line and assume that Triumph is yet another hair metal band. But there's a lot more to these Canadian rockers than meets the eye, or in this case, the ear.
Can't you hear the music? There's something in the air. There's a celebration deep within a song.
There's a complexity to their music that might go unnoticed. In fact, it's not uncommon for people to label their music as adjacent to prog. Hailed as an exceptional live act, their classic era lasted for about 18 years before they went on hiatus and stopped recording in the early 1990s. Number 7. King's X. Considering how interesting and explosive their sound is, King's X gets a fraction of the credit they deserve. The killer riffs and powerful vocals the band delivers are one thing, but there are some genuinely intriguing musical ideas being thrown around by them too. They were catchy and radio-ready, but a lot more sophisticated with their melodies than you might expect.
There was a black flag on everything around it. I was walking back.
There's clear metal influences here, but this band's sound is also teeming with gospel, blues, and the music of British rock in the 60s. Somehow, they seem to fly under the radar despite being a perfect fit for the times in question.
I just had to let you know that love.
Number 6. UFO. When people talk about the great guitar riff masters of the 1970s, they tend to overlook the work done by Michael Schenker with the band UFO. The band had some earlier roots in psychedelic rock prior to Schenker's arrival in 1974, but they really nailed their sound on the following 5 albums. There was an injection of guitar-driven glory on those records that has caused many to name UFO as one of the true forgotten sons of hard rock.
Lights out in London. Hold on tight till the end.
Music nerds who are in the know will rave endlessly about this band's prowess, but for most people, UFO might just end up slipping through the cracks.
Doctor, doctor, please, don't you know I just can't wait.
Number 5. Montrose. While everyone else was trying to be the next Rolling Stones or Led Zeppelin, Montrose found their way with their own sound.
So get on your bed, motor scooter and ride.
Led by a young Sammy Hagar before he eventually went solo and joined Van Halen, Montrose have all of the ingredients of a classic rock band. Their music is fun, energetic, and punchy.
Break along the tap dance shoes. Tonight I'm gonna rock away all the blues. I've heard the news. A good rockin' night.
But unfortunately, like many other bright-burning bands of the era, they couldn't sustain their output. Hagar left after their second album, and the band itself pretty much collapsed 4 years after their debut. Later reunions failed to reignite the spark, but the early stuff still holds up.
I moved the stage to number 5. See you next time around.
Number 4. Mott The Hoople. Mott The Hoople was a truly beloved band to those who knew them in the early 70s. After gaining chart success thanks to the song All the Young Dudes, they stuck together, despite nearly calling it quits. These guys were right in the thick of the glam rock movement in the UK at that time. But when singer Ian Hunter decided to leave in 1974, the band simply couldn't pick up any steam.
Yes, I'm leaving you, babe, 'cause now I know that you ain't mine.
Abbreviating their name to Mott didn't provide the spark they needed, and they eventually disbanded to create the spin-off British Lions. But there is more than enough good material from their best years to sink your teeth into. That's for sure.
Yes, a mighty long way down rock and roll, from the Liverpool docks to the Hollywood Bowl.
Number 3. Slade. Slade has sealed their place in Christmas music canon for all time thanks to their huge-selling 1973 hit, Merry Christmas, Everybody.
So here it is, Merry Christmas, everybody's having fun.
In fact, the royalties generated by that song over the last 5 decades has probably given them one comfortable financial cushion. But most people just don't realize how much music these guys had to offer. They were far more than a one-hit wonder. They came onto the scene during the rise of the glam era, finding their groove after years of meandering through a more straightforward sound. Just give Come On Feel the Noise, famously covered by Quiet Riot, a listen, and tell us that that's not an insanely catchy piece of anthemic rock? Number 2. Blue Oyster Cult. Sure, their biggest hit, Don't Fear the Reaper, has outgrown the band's own reputation.
Seasons don't fear the reaper, nor do the wind, the sun, or the rain.
But there is so much more to unpack when it comes to Blue Oyster Cult's sound and career arc. They didn't just nail the perfect hit single and give up. No, they sustained their success with a string of well-received albums after that song dropped.
I'm living for giving the devil his due.
Sick guitar solos, powerful vocal harmonies, and an unmistakable knack for crafting a memorable hook, this is a band that gets frequently underrated by the masses. It's not that they only had one hit either, but Don't Fear the Reaper defines their legacy far more than it should.
I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Dust, powerful early 70s hard rock featuring Marky Ramone. Kicks, hard-hitting hair metal done right. Sabotage, anthemic heavy metal at its finest. Axe, interesting hard rock band that had some great output.
Friday night at midnight, we're all gonna get what we need.
Cinderella, classic Philadelphia glam rock from the mid-'80s. Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Thin Lizzy. Thin Lizzy's sound was completely their own. Their Celtic rock-infused dual guitar shredding was a true breath of fresh air when they first landed on mainstream radio. But for as much as songs like The Boys Are Back in Town and Whiskey in the Jar are classics, they're only the tip of the iceberg. Even with the overdubs, there might not be a better live album in history than their 1978 release, Live and Dangerous. Vocalist Phil Lynott sadly passed away at the age of 36, which ended the group for the most part. But this was a band who were well on their way to the pantheon of greats. Make no mistake.
Work for my daddy-o. Work for my daddy-o.
But what hard rocking band do you think should be getting more attention than they already do? Sound off in the comments below.